Hi everyone, welcome to Spilling the Tea with Susie. I am Susie and this is America. Hi everyone.
Hello.
I can hear my toddler coming downstairs right now.
Oh, no.
Why are you out of bed? It's not storming. There's no storm to be afraid of. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. We're going to go back to bed, okay? So, basically, what's going to happen now is America is going to start the show for us. America, why don't you start us off by telling our guests a little bit about your oh, I'm not trying to push you, I'm trying to hold you. Tell us a little bit about your fundraiser that you got going on now while I get this little guy back upstairs.
Are you streaming?
I
Sounds
am.
good.
All right, say bye-bye everybody.
Bye-bye.
All right, you go ahead and I'll be right back.
Sounds good. Well, hi, friends. I am America, also known as wow, I can't speak. Pious Private Eye. And I am currently running a fundraiser for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. My almost 2-year-old niece was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis about 5 days after she was born. CF is a genetic multi-system degenerative disease that mainly affects the lungs and pancreas. Basically, it fills your body up with sticky mucus, and it fills the lungs with that mucus. And so people with CF are immunocompromised and often have a lot of other problems that go along with that. My niece has had a very hard time gaining and keeping weight on. She takes like 7 daily supplements in order to supplement all those nutrients that she's missing because the CF affects her pancreas's ability to digest anything. And she does vest therapy, which is basically like a vest that shakes her body and breaks up the mucus. So in May, I am walking in the Great Strides 5K, which is a charity walk that specifically benefits the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, which is the leader in research about cystic fibrosis and a cure. So I am raising money in order to benefit the foundation. There are about 1,700 known mutations that cause cystic fibrosis. Because there are so many, not everyone can benefit from the treatments that exist. And because of that, we're still searching for a cure for everyone, and not everybody has enough money to get those treatments. So I'm raising money so that the foundation can continue doing its job, and everyone with CF can live a longer and healthier life eventually.
Amazing. I'm gonna pretend I was here the whole time.
Sounds good.
Well, thank you for all that you're doing for this fundraiser. It looks like it's been going really well so far. You already hit your first goal.
Yes, we did. We hit the $500 goal last night. So we will be doing the first goal giveaway on Tuesday.
That's so excellent. Hang on.
Yeah. So if people want to win a Nancy Drew game, you have to tune into my stream on Tuesday because you have to be in chat to win. Yeah. Oh, Holly, thank you. I'm trying. I had to learn a lot because I knew a little bit, but there's a lot more to it, and it's a very there's this much that's known, and then there's the rest of the iceberg underneath, and so it is a loaded and very difficult topic. And my niece and her parents it's really difficult. It's really difficult to live with, and it's really difficult to watch them have to deal with it on a daily basis.
It's such a good thing that you're a streamer and you like know how to handle running a stream.
I wouldn't say that. I'm just kidding. I can just like spit word vomit at people.
Oh my gosh. I can't imagine doing this with anybody else right now because like you know what you're doing. And like some people wouldn't, you know? Like some people that I've had on my show like don't do streaming. So yeah. Anyway, sorry about that, folks. My husband is out of town and my toddler is struggling with that. So that's why we were late. And yes, anyway, did you have any more thoughts that you wanted to share on that before we move forward with anything else for the show?
I don't think so. I'll just grab a link and post it in chat while we're sitting here. So
please do. Yes, please.
Should have had that ready, but
I didn't think of it. Well, you know, if I had time, to set up, I would have put it in the description. Hi, Salem. Come on up.
No, that's the wrong button.
Just a less readied episode this week, y'all. We're gonna make it happen. It's fine.
There we go.
But yeah, so thank you for explaining that, and everybody definitely give your support if you can, or if you can't support financially, like support by sharing. That is always so helpful just to get the word out. So yes, so that just started Monday, Tuesday?
It started on Tuesday.
Yeah. So she's got a long way to go. So you still have a lot of time to support. So,
I know.
Yes. Very nice. Okay. Shall we get into some classic, spilling the tea with Susie now?
Let's do it.
Let's start with, we're going to start with Sleuthy's questions because these are unique.
Oh, golly.
They always are.
I mean, they always are.
Yes. Anything that comes from her brain is always unique.
She's fantastic.
She is fantastic. That's why I love her so much. Okay. You can, I'll give everybody a little sneak peek of what's coming in this grouping of questions. She called it the Triple Worm Special. Oh, so good. Okay, so your first question is, where's Ma?
She's dead, Jim.
Oh my gosh. Wait, this reminds me. Oh my gosh. You all know I help run the group, the Facebook group. Okay? So somebody was like trying to get into the group and they have to answer certain questions. Said that they had a headcanon about Pa. And I messaged her and I said, "Hi, I'm an admin. Can you please tell me your headcanon about Pa? I must know." So I just received a message back, so let's open this together.
I'm so excited.
This is great. So there's some scenes where he's sharpening some wood, and me and my friend went in a whole tangent about how he's sharpening spears to hunt tornadoes. He's convinced if he kills the right one, he'll get Ma back, so he's constantly chasing tornadoes, screaming, "I'm coming, Ma," while hurling spears into the wind. Amazing.
That is way more epic than I thought it was going to be.
That
was... Oh, man.
Oh, my God. So good. Oh, thank you for sharing. That is amazing. Okay. Perfect. 10 out of 10. Okay, so anyway.
I can just see him with the spear. He's like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but after tornadoes.
Paw the Tornado Slayer.
Wait, we need a graphic of this now.
We
oh
really
my goodness.
do. Oh, that's too good. Too good.
Where was this when Carter made his Trail of the Twister video?
Where is Carter? Is he here? I don't think he's here. Oh my gosh. He needs to know.
Yes, he does.
He needs to know. Oh my word. So that was definitely question 1. Okay. Question 2. Do people sing I Want to Be in America to you?
Oh, okay, so I have a great story about that, actually.
Ooh, okay.
So, no. That's one of the few that people don't sing at me or to me. However, I did 4 years of music camp in high school where I was in the musical theater program. My senior year, our show was West Side Story. And I went into that show and I looked at my mom and I said, bet they are going to give me a solo in that song.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of my name, so that they can put it in the playbill that way.
Oh, yeah.
Lo and behold, I got a solo in that song, and I was like the first person listed on the list, and I was like, yeah.
Of course you were.
I knew it.
They couldn't not.
They couldn't not. To be fair, it was probably the best performance I put on at that music camp, but it was also like, thanks guys.
That's
great job.
That's pretty dang great.
It was pretty great. Best way to end my 4 years. It was great.
And what a great show too.
It is. It's a fantastic show.
It is. Oh, do you want to tell us a little bit more about this camp that you did? That sounds like fun.
It was a college music camp. It was done at one of our local universities.
Yeah.
And you could do band, orchestra, musical theater, and choir.
Mm-hmm.
But if you did musical theater, you could only do one of the other large ensembles. You couldn't do any of the electives.
Mm.
So I did musical theater and choir all 4 years. We did Bye Bye Birdie freshman year. That was really fun. They dropped the orchestra pit for us during that show so that all of us girls could like fangirl over Conrad Birdie like he was on stage. It was hilarious. And then sophomore year was Phantom. And that one was interesting. So we did like snippets of the show. We did like 4 or 5 songs from it.
Okay.
And they decided that they were going to use the backing tracks for every single song except Masquerade, which is like the most musically strong piece.
Yeah.
In terms of the orchestrations. And for that they had our like local accompanist just playing piano.
Oh. That's different.
And it was weird.
Weird, but like, did it work?
I mean, we did it.
Doesn't matter.
We were able to follow the music, but I don't think the impact was quite the same.
Yeah. I can imagine. That sounds really fun, though.
It was really fun. Junior year, we did Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, which is always interesting.
I haven't seen that one.
And then, it's something. Joseph is what I fondly call Andrew Lloyd Webber's acid period. That and Cats. He went a little off the rails.
That's fair.
Yeah, that one's always interesting to do. Especially at like a Christian college.
Yeah.
There's some themes.
Hello. I'm streaming. What's up with you? Can I text you? Or call you when I'm done? No, she left a while ago. Okay, I'll call you when I'm off. Everyone say hi to Mr. Susie.
Hi, Mr. Susie.
Okay, well, I'm not going to be off by 9. What time do you finish practice? Okay, we'll text, and then I'll call you when I'm done, okay? Okay, I love you so much. Bye. The interruptions tonight from my family.
I'm surprised one of my kids hasn't started yet.
Oh my word. Tonight has been... I don't even know how to describe tonight. Or like today in general. This whole weekend is going to be wild for me. Because obviously not only has today been just nonstop, but tomorrow I'm actually coordinating a wedding. Which means my in-laws come to watch Liam because obviously my husband isn't here.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna be at the wedding all day. And I'm bringing my best friend because I'm stupid pregnant. So, like, I'm not doing this by myself.
Brave.
Yeah.
I'm a couple weeks behind you, and if I was doing that right now, I'd be, like, dead.
No, girl, this is the last of the season. I'm done.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. And then Sunday is my baby sprinkle, which I'm super excited. It's gonna be so fun.
That's so fun.
But it's such a crazy weekend. I have not had a chance to, like, do anything. So, I feel bad for my sweet husband who is just trying to catch up with me. But later. Okay. So, anyway, that sounded wonderful. I love, Holly in chat said, once a theater kid, always a theater kid.
Deep inside us.
Aww.
Comes out when we need it.
So, question number 3 from Sleuthy.
Wait, what was 2?
That was, 2 was, do people saying I want to be in America?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I got stuck on Ma and my brain turned off.
Fair. Fair. Okay, question 3.
Yeah.
Should Hugh go back to his ex-wife or stay with Linda?
Oh, he should stay with Linda.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think that his ex-wife just doesn't have time for him. She would have stayed with him.
She's a freaking opera singer.
He wants someone to be Cora Crawley from Downton Abbey. He does not want someone to go off and do her own thing.
Yeah.
And I think once Linda's not itchy and growing hair out of every orifice, that she'll be perfectly happy to run the manor.
Once they get Jane into some therapy, and maybe Linda into some therapy, let's be real. You know, maybe couples counseling.
Maybe family counseling.
Maybe everyone who lives under that roof could, like, see somebody. Including Nigel. Probably needs some help after
Poor Nigel. Nigel needs trauma therapy from that statue moving.
Oh my gosh, that whole bit, the family therapy, yes. The whole bit where, like, we're just like, haha, let's just, like, make it worse. And he's like, ah!
It always cracks me up. It shouldn't, because I'd be terrified.
Oh, absolutely.
The way he screams is just way too good.
So good. Doesn't he go like, the statue, it's moving?
That's the first thing he says, and then he's like, oh! It's just the best.
So good. So good. Mrs. Drake seems pretty secure. Like, she's probably fine.
She's good. She's lived there her whole life.
She's used to it.
She's the one putting curse amulets on doors and
no, she's the reason for some people's therapy.
And the way she screams in the middle of the night if you wake her up, good gracious.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, maybe there is some trauma there. Let's be real.
I mean, if Jane is, like, rattling people's doorknobs, I'd be scared, too.
Yes. Jane needs the most help. Okay,
Yes,
the bird is fine.
The bird can stay there
Bird's
and be the bird. I don't. I do. Good gracious, that bird. I loved her when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Now replaying as an adult, I am like, you are the most obnoxious thing on the planet.
Okay, so as much as I appreciate the puzzle where you, like, have to go back and forth and, like, get the words from her, I hate that I have to go back and forth and get the words from her.
Yeah. So I played it in French this last time on stream.
Right. I didn't get to see it. Oh.
And I thought the words would be the same, they'd just be translated into French.
Are they different?
They were completely different words.
Really?
Yeah, I was thrown for a loop because I'm sitting there like, I should know these. Like, this is their basic words. I should be able to, like, rely on my
bonnet and
French and nope.
yeah. Wow.
One of them was cockroach.
What?
Yeah.
Oh. That's so interesting. Wow.
It was insane. I was so confused, and I finally ended up, like, looking it up because I was like, why does this sound like I don't know what any of these words mean?
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. I had no... Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. I've just never really thought of it, I guess. Oh, man, that's so interesting. Wow. Question 4. What's your biggest Nancy Drew hot take?
Oh.
This is a hard one, I know. If you need to think about this one for a little while, you can.
I might have to. That's... Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
Should we do some Fight, Marry, Kiss while you think?
Sure. That sounds like a great idea.
Are you familiar with the wheels of what I've got?
Yes.
Okay. What wheel would you prefer?
Let's just do everybody.
Everybody? Oh, awesome. That's the wheel I'm already on. Haha. Okay. So, rules are always the same. You don't have to make your decisions immediately blindly for this one. I'll give you 3 people, and then you can choose amongst them. Your first choice is going to be Big Island Mike.
Oh no.
And then... Oh, Hugo Butterly.
Okay.
Deep dive on that one.
Yeah.
And finally, Maddie Jensen. Also, hi, Kalina. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Kalina. I'm a fight Big Island Mike. Cause, yeah.
It is a scary wheel.
Sorry, that's my husband in chat.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Mr. America. You have stellar choices. I don't know why this is so hard on you.
I'm like, no, I think I could live with Maddie. That's fine.
She's great.
And Hugo doesn't seem
the only nice
horrible.
person.
I mean, I've been known to want to send rotten cheese to somebody, so I mean, like,
who hasn't?
Right.
Who hasn't sent rotten cheese? Oh my word. I'm sorry, what was your final choice?
Fight Mike, kiss Hugo, marry Maddie, I guess.
I feel like that's like the only decent choice. Like, usually, I mean, I say this every time. I'm like, there's no, like, right or wrong, but sometimes there's, like, a clear right answer.
Yeah, and it's not Big Island Mike.
It's not Big Island Mike. It's never Big Island Mike. Big Island Mike
Never,
is never
ever
the
Big
answer.
Island
Oh, no. Okay. In my case, I would send castor oil chocolates. Ooh, that's another deep dive there.
Yes, it is.
Of course. And we can come back to the hot take question, because I think, if I remember right from reading through the questions that were sent in to you, I think that 3 different people asked you that. So we'll come back to it. They really wanted to know. The people needed to know.
Apparently. Oh, man.
Okay, let's see. Oh, here's an easy one. Sleuthy slid an easy one in for you. Vanilla or chocolate?
Vanilla.
Really? Explain.
Well, okay, so my brain jumps to ice cream on that question. And
Fair.
chocolate ice cream is just too rich for me. It always makes me feel awful. So I like vanilla ice cream.
No, and vanilla ice cream is super yummy, like, on its own, but also you can add so much to it if you feel like it. So it's a very versatile ice cream.
It is. My favorite is vanilla ice cream, or at least it used to be, vanilla ice cream with nerds.
Okay.
Which sounds ridiculous, but like my local ice cream shop would make a vanilla flurry and put nerds in it. And it was excellent.
I would feel like any candy, like, it would get super hard in the ice cream and then be hard to eat.
That is true. It still tasted amazing.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I will never knock something until I try it, because I like some weird things. So, when I am finished being gestational diabetic, I'm gonna have to try that.
It's great. Tangy and sweet and creamy all at the same. It's like the perfect combo.
Oh, I haven't had nerds in so long. Oh my goodness. When I, like, would you believe that I just heard my son open his door? Okay, next question is, what is your favorite non-Nancy game? And I'm gonna leave you to answer this.
Ooh. Probably the Tomb Raider Lara Croft series would have to be, it's what I've played the most. Besides Nancy Drew. Because I discovered those in like late middle school, and I played them all the way through, and then I replayed them, and then replayed them again to get all of the rewards and the time trials, and I can still play Tomb Raider Legend really quickly and find most of the rewards without having to look them up. I was playing it last week. Otherwise, the Humongous Entertainment games are good too. I still love me some Spy Fox and Freddy Fish and Pajama Sam. They're very easy at this point because I'm not 6, but yeah. Lara Croft was my like go-to, like, I'm angry and I need to let out some aggression without yelling at somebody game. It was very, very satisfying. My husband is also right. I do play a lot of Roller Coaster Tycoon and Sims.
Good times.
I
am the invisible person right now, according to my screen.
You started talking out of nowhere. I was like, oh, I didn't know you came back.
Where am I? Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. Have you answered Kalina's question in chat?
No, not yet.
Okay. I'm gonna say, finish up your answer that you had going on there, and then also answer hers. And take your time because my child has to poop. So.
Oh no.
So I've got to go back upstairs in a moment and help him like wipe and then get back into bed. Guys, toddlers.
Mine figured out how to get past the child lock on their door this morning. And I was just like, you're never gonna sleep again.
You will, I promise. It's just every once in a while there's a little issue.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah. So Kalina asked, what food job would I take in real life for money? Scoop, wax snack shop, cookie stand and spy, or mixed maid? That's a good question. You know, I've actually worked in an ice cream shop. I don't know that I'd want to do that again. It was cold. It doesn't seem like it would be cold, but it is cold behind the counter because you're on the other side of the freezers. I think I'd have to do the cookie stand because I like baking and decorating. I just decorated a cake for my 4-year-old's birthday party, and once the toddlers weren't running around trying to get in the way, I really enjoyed decorating it. The gossip in snack shop, though, I do agree with that, Holly. And then Kalina also wants to know, what activity in past games did you wish Nancy would have done while she was there? Ooh. That's a very good question. I really loved the barrel racing in Shadow Ranch. I wish there had been more of that kind of horseback riding in that game. But she did do it, so I'm not sure that really counts. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I think, yeah, just more horseback riding. I loved the mechanics on that. I'm trying to think about, or maybe riding one of the other rides, being able to ride the roller coaster in Haunted Carousel would have been a lot of fun. But I'm sure it would have been a lot like the animation for the like mine carts. But as my husband pointed out, I like roller coaster tycoons, so I like those kinds of graphics and animations. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any other ones. You want to do something with the snowmobile and Deadly Device? I think I'm still traumatized by the snowmobile in Icicle Creek.
Hi.
Hi.
I showed up this time.
You're not invisible.
I'm not invisible. Woo. Okay. Did you? Where? Okay. You're running this show tonight. Where are we?
I answered Kalina's second question.
Okay.
So she asked, what activity in past games did you wish Nancy would have done while she was there?
Ooh. Okay. Fun. Explore the more ruined castle in how. Ooh, that's a good idea. Victory Susie. Yes. My toddler has officially used the potty. And
that's always
back in bed. Oh my goodness! Like my husband has no idea. I mean, it's not his fault. He plays for our church band,
and there is like a Nazarene conference. And apparently our church band is really good. I mean, it's great. It's got my husband in it. I think it's great. So they were asked to play all of the music for this conference. So my husband is away for the whole weekend. Yeah, like, my son definitely always seems to be more attached to me. Like, you know how they are, you know. But he apparently doesn't do great without daddy around. It's easy putting kids to bed, says the husband working nights. Oh, yeah. It's easy being you, isn't it?
Dear, I love you. Your oldest screamed for half an hour straight before this stream started. We couldn't find Llama. She was very sad.
Yeah. If Liam couldn't find Peter, it would probably be the end of the world. He's got a Peter Rabbit that he loves. Gotta throw a birthday party for any character in the game. Who would it be, and what 2 friends get to come? Ooh, that's a fun question.
That is a fun question. Sorry, I have chat open, so I keep seeing my husband throw the side eyes in chat. I would love to recreate Charlotte Thornton's birthday party without the death and fire.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, the masquerade.
Yeah.
The idea of that party.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I would want to throw Harper a birthday party.
Aww.
And not invite anyone from her family.
Your family sucks. Actually, I love Wade.
Actually, yeah, Jessalyn and Wade can come, and they'll redeem everything that happened, and it'll be fine.
No Clara.
No Clara.
Yeah,
absolutely no Clara.
Yeah. Oh my. What a family. What a time.
Harper deserves her own masquerade cotillion fun.
She does. Aww. Alright, where did we leave off? Oh, we finally made it to the worm questions. If you were a worm, would Nancy still love you?
I would like to think so. I mean, she was pretty okay with picking up the critters and ghost dogs. So.
You know, that's a really good point.
She was way more cool about picking up those critters than I would have been. So.
Yeah, if Emily had been like, I need you to pick up a dozen little critters for me, I would have been like, no.
Not good. You can do that.
You can keep your stuff. I'll find money somewhere. I'll check the couch cushions.
Yes. I'll go find the gold first
from somebody. Yeah. But however, Nancy should have at least a few dollars in her pocket, I feel like. Enough to buy herself some batteries, but whatever.
Nancy having no money whatsoever is simultaneously ridiculous and also such a rich kid thing.
Yes. Yes, it is so obvious that she just gets everything provided for her and she never needs to think about, like, preparing.
Yeah. She is very, very willing to work for it when offered the opportunity, though, and I do appreciate that about her.
Absolutely, and that is such a good character trait.
It is. It's such a good example for all of the young people who were playing the games.
It is, especially when she's like, oh, do you need money? Go dance in a club.
that one's an anomaly.
Yeah.
I always forget about that one too. Because I don't ever do it. I do it just to get the suit and then I don't do it again.
Oh, you don't like it? Oh man, I think the music is actually really fun.
The music is great. I just can't, like, the cues don't trigger in my head. So, like, I get annoyed by it.
Yeah, they're terrible. Ugh. Remember capturing scorpions and centipedes in Colorado? What is going on here? My husband is calling me again? Nope, no, he's not. He's hung up on me. Okay. People listening to this episode are going to be like, is Susie okay? Ah! Okay.
He's talking about capturing scorpions and centipedes. I just remember the story about him and the neighborhood kids capturing like 100 toads in Texas and then leaving them in bottles on the front porch and not thinking about how hot it would get. And there were like 100 baked toads the next morning.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's a terrible story. Oh, justice for the toads. I think Susie should be sleeping. Mr. America, that's the first time I've ever heard that. Oh.
That's okay. That's okay. I just told his toad stories, so.
True. No, you're good. If I didn't like my name, I would have more of an issue with this, but I actually have no issue with this. Inquiring minds want to know if Susie is okay. Susie's okay. Susie's been run ragged this evening by my toddler and my husband. And I'm not gonna lie, baby Susie number 2 has been really poking me. And my tummy kind of hurts.
Oh no.
So, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Deep breaths.
Yeah.
It's gonna be okay.
It's fine. We're fine. I also need to check my blood sugar, like, now. So, okay. What character's style would you like to steal?
Oh.
And while you're answering this, I'm gonna grab my blood sugar testing.
Good. I'm trying to think through all the characters. It used to be Yumi. I went through a phase where I 100% wanted to be bright pink Lolita clothing like Yumi. That's not the case anymore, though.
It's a pretty out there answer.
I'm thinking about the characters and I just don't. I love Mary Yazi's outfit, but I kind of feel like I'm not allowed to say that.
You're fine. Oh my goodness, no, safe space.
No, I love her long skirt and the colorful stuff with that. Like, she just looks so comfy but cool at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Holly, for those of you who were there on Tuesday night, you definitely know what my style used to be.
What? Well, my audience doesn't know. Share for my audience.
Well, one of the things that everybody unlocked in the fundraiser, thanks to my mother who was in chat and totally ratted me out, was that I used to have cotton candy pink and blue Sunny June hair.
I love that.
And when I say Sunny June hair, it was a pixie cut about as short as yours, but with longer bangs. And when my aunt came into town and dyed my hair, she also used a whole bunch of gel and like spiked it up in front.
Yeah.
So I literally had Sunny June's haircut and his hair color.
That's so funny.
That picture is up on the fundraiser page if you scroll all the way to the bottom. So if people want to see it, it was unlocked and it does exist.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
That hair paired with, I was wearing like under the coat in the picture, I was wearing like a cream knee-length dress and bright blue Converse.
Amazing.
Yeah. my style has changed quite a bit since then.
Yeah, clearly. So what would you describe your style as right now? For those
who aren't watching and are just listening?
I aim for kind of like cottagey farm girl-y, aiming towards modest and just, I like long dresses.
Yeah.
And I was not allowed, my mother did not like me to wear dresses. She was very much like, no, you're going to be wear jeans and be practical, and like dresses are not the thing. And so as an adult, I don't own a single pair of jeans.
I love that. That's how my best friend is. She only wears like cottagecore like dresses and stuff. Yeah, I've seen her wear
entire
pants
wardrobe
once. Like
dresses.
yeah. I love that.
So
yeah. Well, that's super cute. And you've always got your cute little kerchief, and you always look like a little cottagecore wife.
Thank you.
So you've succeeded.
Like, I have.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I love it. Okay. 2 hours after. Guys, my blood sugar was a good number. Thank you for caring.
Yay!
There we go.
You had good numbers yesterday too, you said.
I did. Hey, guess what? Do you remember I was in her chat last night, and they were like, "What's for dinner?" And I told them that I was having a burrito. And they were like, "Good for you," you know? And I'm like, "Well, gestational diabetes, I probably shouldn't be." And then I was like, "But like my numbers were perfect all day. Let's just like test this." So I had some Doritos and I had a chocolate chip cookie. And you know what? My fasting number this morning when I first got up and I took my blood sugar was 4 points higher than it should have been. Which is like such not a big deal in my opinion. Like, I know that it's higher than they want it to be, but I was like 4 points. That was it. I mean, if I just don't eat Doritos, I'm fine.
It's really not bad. That's really not bad.
Really
that could be so much worse.
Yeah, and every other number all day today has been perfect. So, and I had like a lot of fruit. Like I had a pear. Well, I shared it with my son, so I had like half of a pear. And like some raspberries with my breakfast, and I even had like some peach yogurt. Like that's a lot of fruit, and that's a lot of natural sugar.
Yeah.
But my levels were normal. Anyway, so enough about me. Let's keep going, because it's been like an hour and I've asked you like 6 questions. Okay, if Nancy had to steal your... No. That's... I'm mixing up 2 different lines here. If Nancy had to solve your mystery, what would it be?
Where I went after I drop off the face of the planet because I'm sick of dealing with everyone else's emotional issues.
Ooh, I got deep. That's great. I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. Where in the world is Pious Private Eye? I was like, how do I make this work with your name?
Hey, it worked.
It worked. Okay. If Sleuthy was a worm, would you still love Sleuthy?
Of course I would still love... I would love Sleuthy in any form. Especially as a worm.
Especially as a worm. Oh my gosh. Well, that was the deluxe worm special. Now we get the triple worm special, okay? If you had to replace a Nancy Drew character with a worm, who would you choose?
Tino Balducci.
Yes. Right off the bat, that was the right answer. You know.
Never have to hear him talk again, I'll be happy.
She's like, just take this man from the face of the earth, please. Okay. Questions. How did you get into Nancy Drew?
I have been playing Nancy Drew games since I was 4 or 5 years old.
Ooh.
My mom found them at the library. We played Stay Tuned for Danger first.
That's a good one.
And at that point, like, I wasn't really playing. I was more sitting on her lap watching.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I loved it. And so we played that one. And then we played Secrets Can Kill because we didn't realize there was one before. And then we played all of them in order. And the older I got, the more involved I got in it. And she would let me control the mouse and things like that. But we played all of them together.
Yeah.
Until Midnight in Salem.
Okay, that was pretty recent. 2019.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she still has not played Mid. She's slowly making her way through 7 Keys.
Ooh.
But she hasn't played in a long time, so she's struggling with some of the like controls, and because it's so different from the classics that we played.
Is not shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's tough.
But she's now sharing it with a bunch of like her friends' young friends, which is really great.
I love that.
People that she kind of considers nieces.
Yeah.
And my kids have been like, I played Nancy Drew postpartum. So like, cuddling with me while I played Nancy Drew, like it will be a part of their life.
Yes. Same with my kid. I have a photo of like I'm holding him as a baby and I'm playing Last Train. Like,
I love that.
It's always been in his life. He asks me now, he'll be like, Mommy, did you play Clue Crew last night?
Oh, that's so cute.
Because I'll talk about the Clue Crew and he knows that it's Nancy Drew. You know? So, like, he thinks that Nancy Drew and Clue Crew are, like, interchangeable. Which I love.
That's so sweet.
So sweet. He loves Nancy Drew. He played a little bit of Phantom of Menace with me, which you would not think would be the most child friendly at all. But he loved it. He loved watching Nancy like move across the map. He thought that was so neat. He loves maps. Sense. He thinks that's cool, you know, like ever since we went to the zoo and they gave him a zoo map, he was like, "Oh, maps are cool."
That's adorable.
And he loved, and I kid you not, loved Colin's slides. Colin finally found somebody who
Colin found his kindred spirit.
Because my child was he already 3 at the time, or he may have been 2, about to turn 3. Was watching these squares pop up, and he was like, "That's green, that's red, that's yellow," and I was like, "Yes!" He had such a great time, like, you know, naming
educational
colors.
Fun for all ages.
It was incredible. He loved it. Great time. He also really loved the dancing.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yes, he thought the music was really fun. He was like, "Mommy, can we dance again?" My kid was disappointed with the train because he could see the exterior of the engine. Oh, really? Your kid sounds smart.
My oldest will get in the car, and for a while I was listening. I would turn Arglefump's Nancy videos on in the car because he doesn't swear.
Yes.
And Nancy doesn't swear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it was like super clean content that was not children's music.
Yeah.
And didn't make me want to go insane.
Oh.
And so we'll get in the car and I'll plug my phone in without any intention to listen to anything. And she'll go, "Mommy, are we going to listen to Arglefunk?"
Sweet. Aww. I love that.
She was especially obsessed with White Wolf a couple of weeks ago because of Isis. She was like, "There's a wolf. Why is the wolf white? Why is her name Isis? Why is she a she? Can you play with her? I want to play with her."
So cute.
I love you.
Oh, this age is so great. Everything is a why. Like, why this, why that? And sometimes I've run out of answers, and I'm like, it just is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great. I haven't thought of letting my kid, like, listen to or watch Argofont, but if I'm ever, I never put on streamers or anybody, like, while he's awake, just because, like, you never know what's gonna come out of somebody's mouth.
Yeah.
Except for my one exception is Carter. He's the most wholesome person.
He is so wholesome.
So, yeah, if he's ever, like, in the afternoon playing Disney Dreamlight Valley, I'll put that on and I'll let Liam watch with me. I'll let Liam play Disney Dreamlight Valley on occasion. And it's just a walking simulator for him. You know, he just, like, uses the controller and, like, walks my character around, and sometimes he digs up my paths. So he loves watching Mr. Carter visit Mickey. That's what he calls it.
Sweet.
He does it. He knows the name of the game, but he'll be like, "Can we visit Mickey?" Because he thinks Mommy knows Mickey.
That's fantastic.
So he loves watching Mr. Carter visit Mickey. But that's like the only like online content that I let my child be part of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like you said, you never know, like, it's gotta be something clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've gone so far, we've strayed so far from our questions. Do you have a favorite or a top 3 or 5 Nancy Drew games?
I can never decide what the top is, but I think my top 3 are Blue Moon Canyon, Ghost of Thornton Hall, and I go back and forth between Danger on Deception Island and Warnings at Waverly Academy being in that top 3 spot.
You have excellent taste. Those are all in my top as well.
I just love, Ghost of Thornton Hall was top spot for a while because the vibes in that game are just amazing.
Yeah.
It's creepy without terrifying me the way that Curse of Blackmore Manor did.
Yeah. No, that's really fair. I've always said that Ghost of Thornton Hall is, like, scary in, like, a beautiful way.
Yes.
Yeah.
It gives me, like, Margaret Atwood Beauty and the Sublimity vibes.
It's a really, like, it's a really specific vibe. It's like, it's gothic. Which,
yes,
like, takes the broken down and makes it pretty. So yeah,
and it takes the edge off of the scary a little bit.
It does.
I think Blackmore is so scary because of the fact that the lights are on, and you're not expecting it to be like, hey, look, there's this creepy figure walking down the hall, or there's something outside, or like the house looks beautiful and it's brightly lit and there's all of these things, and then you turn the corner and you're like, I'm dying now, it's fine.
Yeah. And it's very, very different from, like, Shadows at the Water's Edge, which I've always said is scary in a terrifying way.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one was terrifying to play for the first time. My mom and I spent a lot of time sitting there like, I don't think I can walk into this room because I don't know what's going to happen.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I remember I played that one with my mom too when that one came out. And I remember just getting really into Sudoku. I was like, this is safe.
I hate Sudoku.
Oh,
Numbers. I can't do
it.
numbers. They make my brain turn off.
Those are the only numbers I can handle because it's more of a puzzle than, like, an actual number thing. I don't have to do anything to the numbers. I just have to know where they go.
That's fair. I think I see so many of them in one place and panic.
That's a really good point. I can see how that would be overwhelming. Yeah.
The last time I played Shadow at the Water's Edge, actually, my husband stopped playing the video game that he was playing and was like, I can solve this. And he solved the monster Sudoku puzzle on his own.
Yes.
And I was like, sir, how?
I love that puzzle.
It's a really cool puzzle. That's a really cool concept. I just can't make my brain do it.
Just, you start in the middle, and you work your way out.
Yeah, right. That makes logical sense.
It does, because then you've got one whole square of 9 already done in 4 different puzzles, and it really helps.
This is true.
Yeah. I know that you love Saw Maggie. Also,
He also solved the nonogram at the end.
Oh, good for him, because I have never solved it on my own. I have only ever cheated.
He was like, you're not allowed to cheat. I am going to help you, and that's not cheating.
I don't want to ignore. Kalina said earlier, how can I get kid fans? And that's a really good point. Kalina's pretty clean as well.
This is true.
Yes,
this is
but
very
you never
true.
stream when my kid is awake is the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, I could definitely play Kalina in the background.
Yeah, we could play your VODs.
Replays.
Yeah, that's true. I never think to do that. Like, I'll watch people's replays and stuff on my own, but I never think to put on something, like, when my kid is awake. If you were a suspect in a Nancy Drew game, what would Nancy find you guilty of? Ooh. According to earlier, she's gonna be sending gross cheese to people.
You know, probably identity theft when I disappear.
So she's going off grid, guys.
Not really.
No. That's like, you're a streamer. That's impossible.
Yeah, at this point, there is no off-grid.
We know you now. Morgan, yes, we spent approximately an hour on your questions, in fact. We started with you, and I'm sorry that you weren't here, but you definitely are going to have to go back and listen, because we did the Triple Worm special, so...
It was epic.
It was epic. Alright, let's see what's next. Oh, you've already answered about what your favorite games are outside of Nancy Drew, right?
Yes.
Okay. What are your hobbies outside of gaming?
I have children.
I understand.
Sometimes I sew. I haven't done that in a while though. I knit. I did a huge shawl for my mother-in-law for Christmas. That was something. That took forever.
That sounds like something.
I learned to crochet last year so that I could crochet our youngest a blanket. I will always love you, Morgan. Sleuthy. Always, always.
Or actually, her exact quote was, especially as a worm.
It's true.
Take that as you will.
Meant in the most loving way possible. I used to write poetry. I don't do that anymore as often, but...
I love how, like, you can tell when somebody is in the throes of, like, young child parenthood. Because it's a lot of, well, I used to.
Yeah, right? I used to write poetry, but I don't have the brain capacity for that.
Yes. Oh my god, Maggie. Oh my gosh. That's so
true. I do crochet. I have been crocheting things for the fundraiser rewards.
You have. They've looked so good.
I'm excited.
So
They
good.
turned out really nice. I was worried, but they turned out nice.
I love that she felt the need in chat to explain that hookers equals crocheters.
I mean, unless you crochet, you might not get that joke.
You might not get it. You might not get it. No. She said hookers rise up, non-derogatory for anybody who's listening and can't see chat. Hookers means crocheters in this case. Thank you. Yeah, so yarn arts is a big one for you. Yeah.
I embroider. That's one. I did not do the piece of up. I can't directions. I did not do that one. My mom did that one.
Okay.
She made me that for Christmas, but I do embroider. I've done pieces for all 3 of my godchildren for their baptism.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
That's
I like embroidery.
I have one up there that is it's Nick Falcone's butt. That somebody did for me. Sent to me. Because of the booty wheel.
That's fantastic.
It's pretty fantastic, I'm not gonna lie.
That's amazing. I love everything about that.
It's pretty great. Okay, here's a new question. What inspired you to start streaming?
Oh, this is gonna sound so sad. I was lonely.
That's not sad.
My husband started working 2nd and 3rd shift a couple of months after our youngest was born. And I started watching all of you. And I realized there was a community to be had here. And I was like, friends I can talk to?
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. After talking to toddlers all day long. And I was like, of all the things, Nancy Drew, like, I can play Nancy Drew and not look like an idiot. So,
oh yeah.
I kind of just did it. I didn't tell my husband I was doing it. I was like, I'm just gonna start doing this thing.
Yeah. Obviously he knows now because he's in chat.
Obviously he knows now. Yeah. Well, I started it when he was on his like training 3rd shift rotation, so he was on like 3 weeks of thirds, training for that, and so he wasn't home, and then he started back on the 2nd shift, and I had a set schedule that I was streaming on, and so I had to tell him.
Yeah.
And I also had to tell him, when a microphone showed up from Amazon. Like, he was like, "What you doing?" And I was like, "I'm streaming games." And he was like, "Oh."
Sorry, we have matching microphones, everyone.
And I am so thankful for that because the one I bought first did not work. So
we're just microphone besties like that. I love my microphone.
I haven't told his family. My family knows. His family does not know.
Yeah.
They will know at the end of the fundraiser because I'm gonna have to tell them how I raised all this money.
Yeah.
For the walk, but
it's cool. Like, it's not like
it is. It's very cool. No, it's not. It's not. It's just it's not their thing. It's not their thing. I'll put it that way. So, like,
it's a pretty specific thing.
It is a very specific thing.
Yeah. Like, there are lots of people even who enjoy like YouTube content, but will never watch a streamer. Yeah. Like, it's a really specific thing.
It is a very specific thing. And they're very academic. So this is like really not their thing. So it'll be fine. And like, I know for a fact my one brother-in-law is going to tease me mercilessly about it, and that's fine. That's just the way he is. But
Well, I'm sure he has something that you can tease him right back.
there are many things that I can tease him right back.
Good. That's so funny. I'll often tell just like random people, like sometimes, because like, you know, as a bridal stylist, like I'm always getting to know new people.
Yeah.
So I'll just be talking to a bride and I'll be like, I always ask them what they like to do for fun. And that's my favorite question to ask a bride, because like I'm bringing it up while I'm like zipping them into a dress, and then they just kind of go blank. They're like, what do I do? Who am I? You know?
Yes.
And I love that. But then they'll tell me, and then they'll be like, well, but like, what do you do? And I'm like, so,
It absolutely shouldn't be, but it feels like an awkward thing to tell people. It like absolutely should not. There's nothing wrong with it, and it's
admitting to
completely
having
okay.
OnlyFans or something, you know? Like, I literally play cozy games.
Right. Like, there is nothing wrong with it whatsoever, but it feels really weird to tell people.
It does. It does. And it's a cool thing. And they're always like, oh, that's really neat. It's like, what kind of games do you play? And then I tell them, like, oh, I play cozy games. I do mystery games, you know, nostalgic games, like that type of stuff. And they're like, oh, that's so fun. And then they start talking about some sort of game that they've played in their life. Which always, like,
That's
is so
fun, though.
entertaining.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's so, like, I'll just tell random people. And I've actually gotten some people, like, subscribe to me because of it.
That's amazing. Hey.
And I'm just like, alright, cool. I love that. But yeah, it's so funny to tell people, like, oh yeah, I stream. And a lot of people don't even really know what it means.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have a dream vacation?
I want to go to Rome.
Ooh.
I want to see the Vatican. I want to see all of the relics that are there.
Yeah.
It's just such a historical hub.
Yeah.
That in Poland. My in-laws were in Poland last summer,
Ooh.
and they went to so many beautiful churches and so many like places that are relics of saints and things like that that are just like
Your husband.
I know. Those kind of places closer to home. There is a saint's tomb in New York we could go and visit, which we should do because it's closer.
Yeah.
But
still, I mean, Rome would be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Rome is like the top
Yeah.
goal at this point, and I would like to see Notre Dame.
Yeah.
At some point in my life, I would like to see Notre Dame, and I'd like to see what they did to rebuild it, because they were supposed to restore it back to historical quality.
Are you talking about
And
after
I'm
the fire
curious-
a couple years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm curious if they actually have done that.
I don't know. I've literally never heard like what happened past the fact that it burned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been really, really hush-hush about what's gone on inside.
Yeah.
And I'm very curious. That actually, it burned down on my birthday.
Oh no.
My birthday has a lot of tragedies associated with it, like historical tragedies.
What's your birthday?
My birthday is April 15th.
Okay.
And it is tax day. It's the anniversary of the Titanic sinking.
Oh god.
It is the anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's death.
Yeah.
Notre Dame burned down.
Oh.
There's other things, but like those are the big ones.
Oh my goodness. That is so funny. Gotta head out, but this is a reminder to play FMK or another game sometime. Oh, sure, we can play another FMK. There, I'll spin the wheel right now. Let's see.
Okay, Abdullah.
Okay.
Starting off strong.
Oh, so strong.
Okay. Jay Curley. Alive.
Alive.
Just to specify. And finally... Carl.
Oh, Carl. I was like... It took me a second. I'm gonna fight Abdullah because I have always wanted to like knee him in the head. I do not like him at all.
She's gonna throw hands.
He's condescending. He just makes me mad. I think I'd have to marry Jay Curley because who wouldn't want to live on a train?
It's pretty cool.
And he was so devoted to Camille. Like,
yeah.
And Carl would get a cheering up kiss on the forehead. Poor guy.
And then he would say goodbye.
He'd get embarrassed and run away.
I love him. Oh my goodness. What a guy. Okay, this is one of my favorite questions that we get. It's the keep, burn, sell game. Are you familiar with this game?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, so in this game, you are required, you have been given 3 Nancy Drew locations, and one of them you get to keep, one of them you have to sell, and one of them you absolutely must burn to the ground. There are no exceptions. Your options are the Golden Gardenia from Message in a Haunted Mansion, the Lilac Inn from Secret of the Old Clock, and the Ryokan Hiei from Shadows at the Water's Edge.
Oh no. Okay, I think I would sell the Ryokan because there's a lot of trauma there.
That place too haunted to keep. Yeah.
Yeah. I love the Golden Gardenia so much. I think I'd have to keep the Golden Gardenia, and I hate to say it, but I'd burn down the Lilac Inn.
Got a head start already, so.
I mean, after how hard Nancy worked to keep the Golden Gardenia from burning down, we can't burn it down.
Yeah, literally. The whole of San Francisco worked hard to keep this from burning down.
My goodness.
Ooh, okay. This is another of the best games that we play on this show. You're going on a road trip, and you are the driver. There are 3 other seats in your car. One person is going to control the map for you, so that's going to be your shotgun probably. There's also a person in control of snacks, and then the 4th person has the aux cord and will be playing all of the music for the entire trip.
Oh golly.
You have to choose who has what role out of these 3 people. Sunny June, Joanna Riggs, and Henrik Vanderheusen.
Henrik gets snacks because I don't feel like he can remember to do maps. Sunny gets the aux cord because he's going to play some kind of podcast that's just like out of this
It's going to be about aliens.
And I want to know it. Yeah, I want to know what he's listening to. And I mean, Joanna, she can read a map.
Yeah.
Out of all the things she can't do, she can read a map.
I love it. Okay. Do you think that you could successfully order the games, like from 1 to 34, without looking at a list?
I can certainly try.
Some people have tried recently on my channel, and nobody has gotten it without help.
Okay. All right. I've been playing them in order, so I feel like maybe I can do at least half of them. We'll see.
I feel like you got this.
Okay. Secrets can kill. Stay tuned for danger. Message in a haunted mansion. Treasure in a royal tower. Five is final scene. Then it is I'm going through my memory banks. Hang on.
We were just talking about characters from this game.
5 is Scarlet Hand, isn't it?
6.
No, 6 is Scarlet Hand. Sorry, yeah, 6 is Scarlet Hand. And then it's Ghost Dogs.
Yes.
And then it's Haunted Carousel.
Uh-huh.
From Haunted Carousel, it's Carousel's 8, right?
Yeah.
That's the number I'm on.
Uh-huh.
I'm losing track of the numbers. I have the games. The numbers are eluding me.
Keep going. You're doing
Then
great.
it's Danger on Deception Island.
Yep.
10 is Shadow Ranch.
Uh-huh.
Then it is Blackmore.
Yep.
Then it is Clock.
Mm-hmm.
What comes right after Clock?
You should know this one. This is one of your faves.
I know. It's just, it's like right there. Oh, Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon.
Yes!
Canyon, and then what comes after Blue Moon Canyon? Because that's 12.
That was 13.
No, 13. Trying to not think of any of the ones I haven't played yet because I know that they're not nice. After Danger by Design.
Yeah.
And then is it Kaku Cave right after Danger by Design?
Yes.
Kaku Cave, then White Wolf,
Yeah.
then Legend of the Crystal Skull,
Yes.
and then After Cry. This is where we get into I haven't played past Cry yet, and it's been a while.
Well,
So
I
let's
mean,
see.
you did that pretty perfectly, so you're already doing better than most people.
Is Crystal Skull 18 or 19?
Crystal Skull is 17.
17.
Yes. Kalina says in chat, I would like to see Brigella and I go head to head in this challenge, and I would love.
I would also like to see that.
this as well.
I just realized my stickers are behind me, and now I'm like, I have to keep my eyes closed. Oh my goodness, what comes after Crystal Skull?
Should I give you a hint?
Yeah, I'd take a hint, because I'm like completely blanking on this one.
Okay, this is an international game.
Oh, Phantom of Venice.
Yes.
Phantom of Venice, and then 19 is no, because that one comes after Ransom, because their picture is in it. Because Ransom of the Seven Ships is 20.
Yes, it is.
19.
It's an equally wild game.
Oh, Haunting of Castle Moy?
Correct.
And then Ransom of the Seven Ships.
Uh-huh.
Is Waverly 21?
Mm-hmm.
Waverly, and then...
You're doing so good.
I think I'm wrong, but is it Trail of the Twister?
You're absolutely correct.
Oh golly. Okay. Trail of the Twister, and then 23. Does Shadow of the Water's Edge come right after Trail of the Twister?
Yes.
Okay.
You're doing so good.
Shadow of the Water's Edge, and then... Did they do Captive Curse right afterwards?
Yes.
Okay, Captive Curse. And then 25 is Ash.
Yes.
I'm getting into the ones that I haven't played as much. Is...
You're so close to being perfect.
I know, and now I'm like, I'm gonna mix up these last ones. These, is it Tomb of the Lost Queen?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's Ghost of Thornton Hall.
No. Oh no.
No, is it Shattered Medallion before Ghost of Thornton Hall?
No.
No, because Spy... See, I told you I was going to mess them all up.
It's
These
okay.
last ones. It's not Tomb of the Lost Queen. What comes after?
Number 27.
27. What am I missing in those? Is it Deadly Device?
Mm-hmm.
Then Ghost of Thornton Hall.
Yes.
Then is Spy right after
Yes.
Ghost of Thornton Hall? Because Savannah, and then it's Shattered Medallion.
Yep.
And Shattered Medallion is, and then it's Sea of Darkness?
Really close.
Is there one more? There's one more.
There's one more.
What's before Sea of Darkness?
It's not a very long
Shattered
one.
Medallion. What comes after Shattered Medallion?
It's another international game.
I'm completely blanking on this one.
Wow, have you played this one?
I've played all of them.
Okay.
I've 100% played all of them. I can't believe I am... What am I missing?
Okay, I can give you a hint.
Yeah.
This is the only game where everyone did it. That wasn't a very good hint.
Where everyone did it.
Okay, what's another?
I'm like so confused on how I'm missing one because there's like one that's like completely not in my memory at all right now, and I don't.
Okay, should I give you like location or like story spoiler? What would help the most?
Probably location.
Okay. It takes place in Greece.
Oh, Labyrinth of Lies.
There you go. That was
And
like
then it's Sea of Darkness.
completely
Mid
out of
energy.
sight, out of mind for you.
I don't know why. I actually, like, I like the characters and everything in that game. I think I just haven't played it
That's fair. Yeah.
more than a couple of times because I love the characters, I love the vibes. The
Yeah.
puzzles make me a little bit insane.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So you
Same
got,
with Deadly Device.
you got through 32 there. The last two. What are the last two?
Oh, Midnight in Salem and Seven Keys.
Oh, she's just like with those.
I thought I said it out loud. I must not have.
No, you're good. Okay, so I would venture to say that you've done better than anybody else who has attempted this. We got you there in the end. Like, you definitely had some issues, but you had less issues than anybody else did. I had Sydney do this. I had her do it live. And I had Kaylin do this, and she did it for our member-only content. And that one was particularly entertaining. So, if anybody wants to see that, you gotta be a member of my channel. It's $2.99 a month or $4.99 a month. Either way, you're gonna be able to see the video. Anyway, so moving on. That was really good. You were like hitting every mark right up until the end.
Yeah, those newer ones. I've played all the classic ones and the Golden Age ones a lot.
Yes.
But then I get past like Crystal Skull and Phantom of Venice, and I get a little bit iffy on them.
Yeah, that's where I start to lose the numbers or like the order in my head. But then like truly for me, like anything past Shadows at the Water's Edge, which like including Shadows at the Water's Edge, like Saw forward, just not my favorite, like of the game. I love Ghost of Thornton Hall, however, that's like the highlight of the newer. I say newer, newer games for me, but
my brain still thinks of them as only coming out a few years ago, probably because of the huge hiatus that happened.
Yeah.
Somebody said those games came out in like 2013, 2014 the other day, and I was like, no. No, that was like 3 years ago. No. It can't be that.
But also it makes sense because I was in college, and I remember playing these in college, and like that tracks.
Yeah, no, it 100% tracks. My husband and I will have been together, including our dating time, so we'll have been married 5 years this year. We will have been together almost 10 years because we started dating freshman year of college. And that's insane to me. I'm not okay with that I started college almost 10 years ago. Like, nope.
I think we must be of a similar age. Because yes, I am in the same boat. Yeah. Sarah Fuzzy.
I've been out of college longer than I was in college, and that's frightening.
Oh, why'd you have to go and say that? Oh. Alright, well moving on from that, which game is your aesthetic?
Honestly, probably Shadow Ranch, because it's very homesteady, very like out in the garden.
You look like you'd really fit in there.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I love that ranch house. It's so cute.
It is. Yeah.
I want a stove like that.
Okay. This is gonna be our last question. Nancy Drew is doing a collab with another game from your childhood. What would you choose?
I want to see Nancy absolutely wreck Detective Barbie.
Yes, I'm buying that.
Like, I want to see them on a detective game show together. It would be a better game show than Pacific Run.
That would be hard to achieve, but yes.
No, it wouldn't. But Nancy would absolutely destroy her.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. Wow. All right. Well, this has been so fun. Everyone, please go follow her if you're not already, and if you did not join at the beginning and hear about her fundraiser, definitely go check out. I've got her link tree in the description, so hit her links, okay? And she's got all the info available about her fundraiser, and it is such a good cause, so definitely check it out and support if you can. If you can't, sharing is amazing and so helpful. But yeah, America, do you have any like parting words for us?
Don't take any wooden nickels.
Those are excellent parting words. Excellent. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for this kind of unhinged, not super normal episode of Stilling the Tea. And I have another super cool person coming on my show next week. Let's find out who it is. Hold on. I totally know these things. I swear. It's going to be Hannah. Stay tuned for mystery, who is awesome and fun. So make sure you tune in next week, same time, same place. It's going to be super fun. And don't take any wooden nickels. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your evening or whatever time you are watching or consuming this in any way, shape, or form. Goodbye.
Bye.